growing into a community. Okay, just to recap, I'm just now explaining how we could present the challenge team respective or the community of Cardano4Climate on Wednesday, which is November the 10th. And so the idea is basically to start with the problem, what the climate change crisis, sustainability crisis. We already have a slide here, which we could reuse, could use something similar. Then explain in the next slide, I think this one we should change, that we started the challenge team with this goal here in mind, and that led to a development of a community and somehow incorporated with a snail, right? That it kind of looks nice, that we are slowly moving into the community. And then afterwards, I would suggest that as the community, we are already working on cool different programs, although we weren't funded, like the C4C conference that's coming up here, you can see it. And then, but we are looking for more people to connect with us in the sustainability area, and that would be that slide. So I would suggest that we basically use this slide, we change this slide and maybe add another slide, or just make one slide out of that, and then use this slide and this slide at the end.
Agreed. Let's start with the climate change is humanity's greatest challenge moving forward. Do you want to do that? That's what I'm sensing.
I'm just giving some more elements. I mean, if I look on the presentation, that the way they suggest to present the 3 slides, which is fine. They said, what is the challenge question, the problem we solved? So humanity greatest challenge. Slide second, why this is important for Cardano, right? That's something that we need to think about. And slide 3, what success looks like. So that's kind of what they suggest to present. In 3 minutes, and we will have 3 minutes.
And only 3 slides, is that all we're allowed?
I mean, this is what they suggest. They Catalyst 3 minutes to present your proposals. The presentation should be divided into time chunks and examples, 3 slides. And this is what they give as an example.
So it's exactly what Jacob said. Our challenge is climate change is humanity's greatest challenge. Why Cardano? We have that in our proposal. We came to Cardano looking for the brightest minds. That's the slide that we can add that to. And then success. What does success look like? Then we go into our presentation. This is to us. This is what success looks like. That we've formed this community hub. Our Telegram has 90+ people in it. We're connected. You know, those kind of things. This is what success looks like. It's a little bit different because we've gone from the challenge team level. We've leveled up. Discord, maybe Catalyst is leveling us up from a challenge team to a community hub.
Okay, so now I love the so why it's important for Cardano again?
We have it in our proposal. I think it's written quite nicely. Let me look it up real quick.
I like your approach, Joram. I think that narrowing it really on these 3 questions helps us in the communication. And I think we can be also a bit more concrete, right? Especially in the definition of success. I mean, you could also start to talk about something. I mean, internally we haven't so far, but in my opinion, that would be a success is, for example, percentage of sustainability related proposals that get funded or something like that as well, right? I mean, it's good to have a community that supports each other, and I think that's a success in itself. Ultimately, it would be nice to see more projects building on that, right, and getting funding through Catalyst as well. So one step further.
Yeah, so So let's define the success before we begin. So if we define the success up to now, in 3 months, basically, we created a community. That's what we created, right? And this community have weekly meetings. It's supporting proposal. It's already include more than 100 community members. And we are creating different activities, like the events. And it's only the beginning. That's always I love that Melanie says in the end. And it's only the beginning, right? So this is really what success is looking like now, that we, in 3 months, basically, we created more than a challenge, we created a community. And we have people interested in this area and suggesting proposals, interacting on a few times a week, joining the social network, creating different things, blah, blah, blah. And we have our first event on the 23rd of November. And it's only the beginning.
Something comes up for me, what success looks like, is that we put in a challenge setting proposal. Oh, boo-hoo, we did not get funded. What happened? Success to us is that we are here to stay. We have created the community. We are here to stay. Sorry, I shouldn't have said boo-hoo. That's very negative, right? But this is what success looks like, is that we keep going and we keep forming, keep collaborating.
The cause is more important than the challenge.
What's that?
The cause is more important than the challenge.
Exactly. And that we've become more of an umbrella now, that we have this basic framework to start from, an idea, and our community actually created its own vision of what success looks like within ourselves. To me, that's bigger than starting out with metrics and in a box that you have to start in, and that all of a sudden, this is what formed out of it. It was great that there was funding. It was great that there was other things available, but this is how our metrics turned out.
Yeah.
How do we fit that in, if possible, if it's even important?
No, I think we basically, what you say is basically, again, we started as a challenge, but we created a community, right? And that's success. So we started as a challenge, we created a community.
Hang on, you've said it. I know I've got this recorded. Started a challenge. We created a community. Exactly. Bingo.
So, and that's success. And this community is just starting, right? And this community is already has a website and has a social interaction and weekly meeting. And now it's a monthly event. And we are just starting. Join us. We need you. We need everyone to join. And we have partners like the Great Swarm and Catalyst School and all the other great partners on board. And we ask everyone to join us because it's cross challenges. That's it.
Success looks different for everybody, doesn't it? Right? Some people need the paycheck. Some people need fulfillment, value, recognition. Success looks different for everybody, but that's it. Success, what does success look like? We started a challenge, we created a community. Boom.
Yeah, boom. And we just started. Join us to grow it, right? Another thing, so that's one. And if we can do this, Jacob, you agree to that?
Yes, I'm just thinking about the questions and the storyline and exactly how everything's integrated. But now I'm thinking, okay, so we start with the.
Sorry, Daniel just sent something for us, I think, somewhere on slides, and it seems to me that it was for us.
Yeah, Nori shared it with us.
Maybe?
The recommended slide layout is the same, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, it's the same.
Okay, sorry to interrupt.
Yeah, we should have a look at that. But so we start basically with a problem, what the challenge is, right? And we see that the problem is basically bigger than the challenge itself. But we had the second question, right? Why is it important for Cardano? And I thought for that question, we could also take a look at this paper here again. I just posted into the chat and get some IoG inspiration why they think sustainability is important, right?
Let me say, well, yeah, sorry for cutting you. No, please go, sir.
No,
I need to
filling up with that, and then to say, okay, and our success is like to work on the problem that has overgrown the challenge, which started this community, all of that, which you said, I think was really brilliant. It's a very nice story. And also then to have it at the end, that this is just the starting point, right? With the event, with all of this, really beautiful.
This is the catalyst, right? Because we can keep using that. It's the catalyst.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. So that's basically what I just wanted to add, that we still have to answer this question in between, kind of the importance of this problem, of this challenge for Cardano itself.
So I will suggest in this line, I will suggest that this great challenge, humanity's greatest challenge, we see it as an opportunity for Cardano. Why it's important for Cardano? Because it's an opportunity for Cardano. As Cardano is creating new social models, social and economic models, it can already integrate into these new models climate change related, because it's creating something new for governments, for countries, right? Climate change can be integrated into these processes, okay? And that's the big opportunity. And together, they actually should be bigger than, the opportunity is bigger than just what they're trying to do. Especially in the countries where Cardano is operating, it's even more important, right? Let's see Ethiopia now. I mean, there's a war getting on there now in these days. And so how do you, yeah, I mean, so, you know, it's more than, yeah. I mean, basically climate change have to be integrated into the solution somehow.
If you know that you said it with the nation states, it makes absolutely sense, because the nation states who start to implement blockchain technology are most of the time the countries that are worse off, which are more, so they suffer more due to climate change.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's even more important for them.
Exactly, where climate change is going to affect, mostly in the poor countries initially. So this is why it's so much integrated to Cardano work, and it's actually an opportunity.
So I have a thought here on this, the second slide in town halls. Our goal is to provide a safe and lively environment for you to explore the highest potential of human collaboration. Really, I'm feeling that's key to put into this why Cardano. Because without Catalyst, without the town halls, we wouldn't be here either, right? So in our proposal, we have Cardano has a blockchain community and bright minds to build the applications we need to regenerate our ecosystems and our economy now. And then the goal of Catalyst is to provide a safe and lively environment for you to explore the highest potential of human collaboration. We are an example of that. Can we put those in together?
Yes, where would you like to put that?
That's part of the why Cardano.
Okay.
And then, so first we start with Catalyst getting involved somewhere in there, and then showing how Cardano is coming from, actually we're the bottom up, Cardano's the top down, right? So we're not working by ourselves. Cardano is coming in with that white paper and those other links. We could have a whole bunch of links on this one slide. Why Cardano, right? When it comes to environmental issues.
Yeah, the only thing we have to keep in mind is the time, right?
Right, so we don't want to go into the links themselves, but we can have them on the slide for other people. So it becomes a repository of information on a single slide. If that's part of town hall, we've just spread a whole bunch of good information and a whole bunch of enthusiasm. If people are going to show up tomorrow or to any town hall, it'll be to the one that Charles is at. So I think this is going to be a very powerful, impactful, incredible town hall.
Right, and it will have also more YouTube views. So providing the stuff would be great. So, okay, just to recap. So you said we would like to start with saying something about Catalyst.
For the why part. So our challenge is climate change, right? It's a wicked problem. We don't know where it comes from. Perfect for Catalyst. Why do we pick Cardano? Because it's a community built around changing the systems. And then we can go Catalyst in Cardano is the experiment on self-governance. It's a project that proposals we can put forward. The whole goal of it is to provide a safe and lively environment for us to explore the highest potential of human collaboration. That's why, and then, so we are coming from the ground up. Cardano we see is coming from the top down with all these different environmental proposals to address climate change. And then our idea of success as a challenge team is our struggle with putting in a proposal, working in the system. And then from there, we started a challenge. We started with a challenge and we created a community. And that in that portion, we can have our into our event. And this all in 3 minutes.
Yeah, I think when building the slide itself, it's a bit easier to do it. But I would say it's a very good and valid point, and it would make sense to just say that Catalyst is the perfect match for something like this, because it's about community that wants to change systems in a disruptive way, and yeah, kind of like this, right? And then 1-2 sentences, that's it. Not too much, because
no, I know, and I put it
already know
it all
Catalyst,
out.
right?
I put it all out there, and I know that it'll get simplified.
Yeah,
and
bit reduced.
Put into these beautiful presentations. Yeah.
All right, Joran, you want to add to that?
No, I think it's good. Again, what's the kind of the end again? That's please.
Summed up.
Yeah, let's sum it up again.
Okay.
So the challenge is, thank you for that question, actually. The challenge is climate change. It's a big, wicked problem. And then why do we pick Cardano? Because it has an ecosystem and hang on, I've got that in the chat from our
Brightest minds,
et cetera, et cetera. It has Catalyst, where the mission statement is to provide a safe and lively environment. So we've taken this seed requiring a solution and we planted it. And this is what's grown out of it. Is our view of success is starting a challenge and creating a community. In that middle piece, why Cardano is the bottom up top down.
Yeah, I think the second slide is very important.
Ah, I have an idea.
Excellent. I'm going to mute.
I mean, from a perspective of visualization, right? I mean, we said at the beginning that it's about this kind of growth, and it started with a challenge, right? And out of that came a community. And so, I mean, it would make sense to, and you, I think Joram said, that this wake-up problem is kind of an opportunity for Cardano. So this problem basically is kind of like a seed, right? Which started, which led to this challenge team. So at the beginning, we have the seed, which is the challenge, which is the problem, which makes the challenge team. And then it comes together on Cardano, which is kind of the foundation of the, the log, I think it's called, right? The log of the tree, which is the Cardano. It's strong. It's a proof of stake, eco-friendly network with Catalyst, right? Which is trying to do this change. And out of that comes the leaves and all of that at the end, which is the community. And it's still a young plant at the end, right? Which has these groups, which does the community events, and which is like a snail. It's slow in its growth, but strong in its foundation. And that's why we need you, basically. So we could make the presentation like this plant, and it's very visual and everybody understands it. That was just a quick thought.
There's an image in here of a seed and the watering can in the dry soil. That would be a great place to start, you know. And I don't know if we can go through all those different slides. Can you do that on one slide and show a progression?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that we're not taking up 20,000 slides. What comes to mind too is NFT seed actually is a virtual, he actually shows a seed growing virtually. And we're going to be running out of time in 2 minutes.
Yeah. But I think we got the story straight. I like
it, Jacob. I like the idea.
Mm-hmm. So Cardano is the environment that we're growing in.
Yeah. So, I mean, I can develop a slide like that kind of tries to encompass all of that. It will take me a bit of time. Yeah, but I can do it.
I know you can do it.
Yeah, okay.
I have work in my house, a lot of background noise. I don't know if you hear it, but anyway.
Okay, we're done in 1 minute. Do we want to take a break? And then at any time, just come back for feedback?
I mean, I would just start to eat something now for dinner. And then I would start with the presentation slides. And I mean, anybody who wants to jump in can jump in.
Yeah, let me know if you need help. I mean, yeah.
Yeah, just do it. If you don't mind posting it in the Telegram core group.
I will create a new slide deck. I will post it then, and you can see what it's up to, right?
Okay, go eat. We're going to be cutting off real quick anyway. So
what you are eating now? I mean, it's lunch, dinner, or what you are eating now?
Dinner. Oh, dinner. Yeah.
Dinner? You eat early.
For you, it's lunch, Melanie?
I have to eat breakfast. I haven't had breakfast yet.
But for you, Jacob, it's 6 p.m. You eat dinner in 6 p.m. already?
Yeah.
That's always a good time. Joram, you eat dinner late.
I mean, it's like 12 o'clock to 1 o'clock is lunch. And then...
Okay.